You travel through the forest of 1,000 fallen, cross the Black River and trek beyond the White Desert. Then onward to the divine volcano jumping through rivers of lava. And even further to the mountains of eternal ice, across the lake of lost souls. And
you finally arrive at the hut of the hermit of the Blue Dragons. What an epic adventure, guys.
Epic? We didn't do anything.
Most adventures start like this. You meet in a tavern. And then off you go on the mission. Period. But there is an element that often gets ignored, shortened, or treated like boring paperwork between dungeons. Exploration. That suspended moment when the characters move through the world, observe, get lost, get dirty, ask questions, and sometimes catch a magical cold.
Achoo! Exactly, and yet exploration is what can make your world feel truly alive. Done well, it turns a session into a memorable journey. Jump early and you get your players checking their phones while you say, after 3 days of journey you arrive at Calamity Falls. And this video is here to prevent actually deaths, because the world is not like in a video game where you press a button to skip the travel cutscene. Or at least it could be, but do you really want it to be? So, welcome to Cantrip!
In this video, we'll reveal 5 secrets to make exploration more compelling, plus a bonus tip. They are meant for dungeon masters looking for new tools, and for experienced players who want epic moments even outside of combat. And if you're a player and you like this video, share it with your DM. You'll see your next forest journey will be much more interesting. Or at least wetter. If you like D&D and want more content that inspires you to narrate better, fight with more style, or explore with more flavor, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Yes, right now. That will grant you a +2 charisma bonus, and that, my friend, always comes in handy.
There's a common habit among dungeon masters, treating travel as filler, a pause between 2 key points. The players are in Neverwinter, the dungeon is 1,000 kilometers away, so after 3 days of travel you arrive. A flat, clinical, functional sentence, as if to say, let's skip this part. But what if that part was actually the most interesting one? Think about it. Some of the most epic stories of all times are journeys. The Lord of the Rings is a journey. The Odyssey is a journey. Even Shrek is a journey. Frodo doesn't just appear at Mount Doom in a narrative ellipsis. No, every step, every detour, every danger matters. The journey is the quest. To apply this logic to D&D, you need a shift in perspective. Stop thinking of travel as filler. It doesn't have to be full of combat or an endless string of survival checks, but it has to be worth playing, something your players look forward to, like a dungeon, or a meaningful dialogue, or a tavern brawl. If your players need to cross a mysterious forest, make the forest a character. Give it intention, moods, sounds, let it behave consistently. An ancient, enchanted forest isn't just a path from A to B. Is a living being, is a puzzle to solve, is a threat to avoid. A traveler telling a creepy story, a raven following the party for days, a fog that appears every time the light, a fire. If the journey is the adventure, then every details matter. Here's a useful trick. What is the conflict of your journey? It's not just about monsters, it could be moral, environmental, or relational. Is the party choosing between a longer, safer route or a cursed swamp? Perfect, that is a conflict. In short, make the journey something your players are excited to play, not something they just endure. Make the journey the quest.
You travel for 8 days, and then you arrive. How many times have we heard this? That linear, mathematical, impersonal approach is a trap. When you think in terms of days, hex maps, miles, you risk turning your journey into a Google spreadsheet. Try thinking instead in terms of memorable scenes. A journey is not interesting because it lasts 5 days. It's interesting because in those 5 days things happen. A campfire where secrets are revealed. A sudden storm that destroys everything. A pack of angry wolves. Every day can be a scene, but not every day has to be. It's like editing a movie. Daddy explained it beautifully in one of his recent videos. Cut what's not needed, linger where there's value. And that also means choosing the right pace. Some segments deserve time. Others should be skipped, and that's fine. So when you're prepping,
Prep? What is prep?
instead of asking how much longer, ask yourself what happens now. The storytelling tool of the journey is the scene, not the map. A well-crafted scene is worth 100 miles. Thinking in scenes gives you freedom. It lets you set tones, emotions, colors. Play with rhythm. Surprise your players. Because the right scene at the right moment can turn any journey into an epic memory.
In D&D, the Dungeon Master plays everything that isn't a player character. From dragons to innkeepers, from rusty gates to sudden storms. But when it comes to exploration, many DMs stop role-playing. They just describe it. You are in a forest, it's hot, there are some noises, that's it. But no, during exploration the DM is the voice of the world itself. It's through the DM that players feel what's happening. If the DM narrates flatly, the world will feel flat. But if the DMs bring rhythm, imagination, sounds, then the words comes to life. Narrate like you're writing a novel, but one your friends are about to leave. Don't say it's raining. Say the rain drums on their helmet, that their cloaks are soaked, that the mud sucks at their boots with every step. Don't say you see a village in the distance. Try to say between the folds of the hill, a thatched roof peeks through, then two, then a bell tolls faintly, like a tired call. When the world is described with care, players start asking questions. Are there trucks in the mats? Do I smell smoke? Are farmers looking at us suspiciously? If the players feel immersed, they'll be more likely to explore, to investigate, to react, and most importantly, to remember. Because it's in the details that emotions hide. Need a concrete trick? Use 3 senses every time you need to describe something, not just sights. What does the inn smell like? What does the valley sound like? What does the water in the well taste like after a long day under the sun? The DM isn't just a narrator, he's a creator of impressions. And every impression can turn into a choice. And every choice into gameplay.
When we say exploration, most people picture characters walking. But exploring isn't just about moving forward, it's about discovering. And there are endless ways to discover. A druid can talk to trees, a rogue can sneak into an enemy camp, a bard can gather intel with the right song at the right moment, and a ranger can read the tracks left in the mud. Everyone has different ways to explore. Encourage your players to use their ability to uncover things. Don't just wait for them to roll passive perception like it's a radio always turned on. Give them cues. Invite them to act. Do you want to get closer? Study the carvings. Dive into a lake. Talk to the fish. Okay, maybe skip the fish, but you get the idea. Also, it's your job to surprise them. Introduce non-linear environments. Places to observe, not just pass through. Fortress where every room hides a detail. A living city where exploration isn't just walking the streets, but understanding factions, customs, and dangers. A swamp with multiple paths, each one more dangerous, but faster than the last. Or flip the perspective. Want to really throw your players off? Have them explore something abstract. A dreamscape, a shared nightmare, a library where every book is a portal. Exploration isn't just going somewhere, it's discovering what's there, even if that something lies inside a memory, a vision, or a doubt.
This may sound counterintuitive after everything we just said, but it matters. The journey isn't always mandatory. It's not always necessary. Not every session has to be a road movie. Sometimes, forcing a journey where it's not really needed only wastes times, or worse, it ruins the pacing. A political campaign set in a city full of tension doesn't really need the 4 days on horseback to reach the Senate. Unless those 4 days actually bring something. Otherwise, skip it, really. If the scene is dramatic, charged, emotional, play it. If there's nothing meaningful between A and B, cut. A good montage beat a dead scene every time. In short, use travel when you actually want to play something, not just fill time, because your player will notice, and they'll get bored. And at that point, even the most interesting exploration becomes an obstacle. So be mindful of pacing. Use exploration as a tool, not an obligation. And above all, don't be afraid to cut.
This might sound heretical, but trust me, metagaming can help immersion. I'm not talking about spoiling the plot. I'm talking about make players aware of tone and intent. If you're about to introduce a tough journey, say so. Guys, this part of the journey will be slower, with fewer fights, but more mystery. Your players will prepare accordingly. They'll manage resources more carefully and shift their mindset. Or warn them that not everything is balanced. Say, there is no artificial scaling out here. If you see a massive crater, you might want to run. By doing this, you turn exploration into a strategic choice, not a routine. If players know what to expect outside the character, they immerse better inside the character. They can prepare, react, feel part of the story, so talk to your players. Explain the narrative intent behind your choices and invite them into the world with more awareness. Because sometimes immersion doesn't come from deception. Sometimes it comes from trust.
Exploration is one of the richest, yet most overlooked, parts of D&D. It's not just a filler between fights, it's how characters live the world, touch it, fear it, change it.
If you make the journey interesting, if you think in scenes, if you tell by heart, if you mix your tools and cut where needed, then you're doing real exploration. And your players will feel it. They'll remember it. And they'll want to return again and again to that road full of mysteries.
If you want more tips on making your D&D more alive, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support our journey, leave a like, drop a comment and share this video with your party. The more we are, the more roads we'll explore. See you soon, traveler!